Hey, what's cooking viewers? Today I'm going to be sharing you my 5 tips to be a better Rebirth player. These top 5 tips are simple to remember and will help you win gunfights, get higher kills, and earn more wins. After viewing this video, you'll be able to have more confidence against taking on more than one enemy at a time. Make sure you watch this video to the end, and if you learned anything from this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and make sure your bell notification is on. Before we get into the tips, this is the first thing I need from you all. When pushing a team, have the momentum mindset. This means going all in and not being hesitant when challenging. Oftentimes, when someone is hesitant, they tend to lose their gunfights. However, if you practice challenging teams more often, you will eventually start to win these fights, and your momentum will make you want to keep pushing multiple teams. Now, let's get into these 5 tips. Tip number 1 is game sense. Having awareness where enemies are. This means consistently looking at your minimap. Throughout this video, you'll see my eyes glance over every time I kill someone. That allows me to know where the other enemies are. Another part of the game sense is enemy footsteps, predicting where enemies are going to be, and being ready before they are. If you missed my video on Season 3 settings, I will have that at the end of this video, so go check it out if you're having audio issues. Tip number 2 is centering, making sure your aim is above chest level. This allows you to have a faster time to kill because you're hitting the chest, neck, and head. Oftentimes, players have their aim lower, especially running from different locations. It is hard for you to be ready when your aim is lower. So practice having your aim higher even if you shoot above their head. Keep practicing until your shots are in the faster TTK areas. Tip number 3 is long shots. When taking on multiple enemies, the first thing to do is try to get 1 to 2 enemies down at long range. This will allow you to have more of an advantage when taking on the enemies close range. When you knock enemies at long range, their teammates' main instinct is to try and get the revive off. However, you're already moving in to finish up the rest of the enemies. Once you have 1 to 2 enemies down, or at least have them weak, that will allow you to move in to finish up the rest of the team for amazing team wipe. Tip number 4 is going to be positioning. Positioning is very important when taking on multiple enemies. The best thing to do is always keep moving. This means when you down an enemy, reposition to manipulate enemies. Having the right position gives you the advantage against multiple enemies. I want to share my thought process with positioning in this clip. So notice that I was able to get 1 knock off this enemy team and get the full. I popped into the room and noticed that on the minimap there's 2 enemies above me. They threw an explosive onto me, and then I noticed that one of their teammates was pushing me, so I was able to predict their enemy movements, get some shots off, be able to get that knockdown right at the staircase, missed my throwing knife, noticed that that teammate above was holding me, so I repositioned into the other room, get the full knock at the staircase, and now I'm going to reposition again to confuse the enemy where I'm going to be. After repositioning up the stairs to challenge the enemy holding me, I noticed that they moved up 1 more flight of stairs, and trying to listen to where their footsteps are going to be, I noticed that they were going to hold me eventually again, try to get knockoff. So I ran down quickly, get 1 plate, and noticed I was getting third partied. So I was able to get a few shots onto that enemy long range. Then I was able to challenge shorter range, get that knock, hop into the window, and be able to get a full down and kill. I knew that their teammate would hold me with the gas pushing in. I relocate and predict where they were going to be. I was able to get that full kill. I took a quick look for the previous enemy I was facing from the other team. Then I finished up with the last enemy for a triple team wipe while not letting my teammate get killed. The last part with positioning is holding enemies when the gas moves in. This is very important. You can get many kills while enemies take too long to reposition, giving you the upper hand. Now this leads me to my last tip, which is resetting. Resetting means the following the 3 R's: relocate, replate, and reload. Relocating makes enemies have more of a difficult time tracking your movements, and it definitely gets you out of very dangerous situations. Replating is key to winning your gunfights. Try to replay at any possible moment that you can, especially in close quarter combat. Do not re-challenge a team without replating, because you will lose more than 3/4 of your gunfights every time. I have seen this so many times with so many players, and they challenge without plating, which gives you the disadvantage. So get used to plating while you're on the move, as well as reloading. This will help you get more kills and increase your KD over time. I hope that this video gave you value and helped you in some way, whether you are an average player or advanced. By practicing these 5 steps, you will be able to gain that confidence and momentum to win gunfights against multiple enemies at once. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, otherwise you can catch me live on YouTube. I currently stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so feel free to stop by and catch some great vibes. I appreciate you all. GG's.